Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So you got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Outlaw who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. And my Zai from G. Messolano camp coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and education, another day of education. Lord willing, this be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Vocab is Deviating. Vocab deviating, Christianity is losing. And I was watching Elder Apostle Gabar video. It was titled Early Morning Thoughts and Topics. It's a Early Morning Thoughts and Topics. Vocab tries to justify Easter, right? So he went into this, going into the word Easter, which said it don't link to Ishtar, right? And like Elder Apostle Gabar said, let's just say it don't. Does it not say it's a fertility god? She's supposed to be, this deity is supposed to be some fertility god, right? The Lord wasn't dealing with that. So I want to get this first. We're gonna go to the etymology online, right? So when you type in Easter, because they went into this word, him and his little whoever, sound like it was a Jake with him on that little interview. So the word Easter, right? Which Apostle Gabar went into this. So it's a from Australia, right? It's a Dun, also the name of a goddess of fertility and spring, perhaps originally of sunrise, whose feast was celebrated at the spring, right? So when you go down right here, it say, because he's trying to link it with the Passover. So it say, you got right here, Easter egg is attested by 1825, earlier pace egg 1610s. Easter bunny is attested by 1904 in children's lessons. Easter rabbit is by 1888. The paganish customs of Easter seem to have grown popular in 1900s. Before that, they were limited to German immigrants, right? Now, when you go from Easter, let's look up Ishtar, right? Now it's a Austray, right? Also the name of a goddess of fertility, right? This is what Ishtar say. This is the origins of Ishtar. See, what this nigga trying to do is make it seem like the apostles going off on the word Ishtar. Why he's deviating from the truth because you can't explain. You can't go you can't go against this truth. So they're trying to so what Vocab is doing, because he had been defeated on all sides dealing with the truth. Because you can't disprove that we didn't come over here on slave ships. You can't disprove, because the scripture said we did. You can't disprove that the so-called white people had Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians in slavery. You can't disprove that, right? You can't disprove that the Bible is for Hebrew Israelites. So what he's doing is he has been defeated in the truth. So he's trying to find something. He's trying to find something to say, see, the apostles are great. Since these supposed to be the top men over all of Israel. He's trying to find something to say they going off. Let's look at this. Now, this is the word Ishtar, right? Now, the word Easter went back to Ostre, which is this fertility goddess, right? Right. This is the word Ishtar. It's a ancient Sumero Babylonian goddess of love and fertility, counterpart of Phoenician. It's a Astarte. Let's look this up. This is the word Astarte. It's a Astarte, name of a Phoenician goddess identified by the Greeks with their Aphrodite. Aphrodite is another fertility female god, right? And these all go back to the god this female god Diana, man. Okay, it's a name of Astarte, name of a Phoenician goddess identified by the Greeks with their Aphrodite, from Greek Astarte, from Phoenician Ashtoreth, plural Ashtaroth, equivalent to Assyrian Ishtar. Apparently, properly a virginal goddess of the moon or the heavens, but she has been frequently confounded since biblical times with the sensual Ashtoreth, right? When you click on Ashtoreth, it's a wooden pillar used as symbol of Canaanite goddess Ashtoreth. 1839, a name of unknown origin. Now, when you click in, let me go back because it has some words. Let's read this. When you go back to Easter, right? See, these guys, they don't got nothing, man. So they got to try to find something. Now, when you go here to Easter, right? So it got the word Pascha. When you click on this word Pascha, it's a it's a of or pertaining to Passover or Easter, early 15th century, from Old French Pascal, 12th century, and directly from late Latin Paschalis, from Pascal, Passover, Easter, from Greek Pascal, Passover, from Aramaic, it's a Semitic Pascha, Passover, corresponding to Hebrew Pasah, right? He Passover, it say Passover, Pascha, was an early Middle English term for Easter, right? So when you go to Passover, it say annual Jewish feast, which was Israelite feast, annual Jewish feast instituted to commemorate the escape from Egypt. It's a 1530, coined by Tyndale, from verbal phrase Passover to translate Hebrew Hapasah. Passover. It's a in reference to the Lord passing over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when he killed the firstborn of the Egyptians, right? By extending, including the following 7 days during which the Israelites were permitted to eat only unleavened bread. So this is showing you that Easter had nothing to do with the Passover. And if you want to use and say Ishtar is not Ishtar is not linked with Easter, they both are fertility female goddess, right? Right. Let's go back and read it again. See, this is trying to use this to say, see, we got them. See, but what about the scriptures? If you want to say the apostles, which they ain't, because they all are myth for idol worship, female goddesses, man. Right? Let's get this. Let's get this word Aphrodite, right? Look this up. It's a this is the word Aphrodite, right? It's a Greek goddess of love and beauty, uh personification of female grace, 1650s. The ancient derived her name from the Greek Aphros. From the story of her birth, it's a from the story of her birth, but the word is perhaps rather from Phoenician Ashtoreth, Assyrian Ishtar, right? As the goddess seemed to be of Oriental origin, the name probably come from the East. It said the East too. It may have entered Greek via another language. He concludes it's a seems possible that the name came from the one languages which of historical grounds we should accept to be relevant. It's a Phoenician asterisk. So Aphrodite is asterisk, man. It's a Assyrian Ishtar. They are all fertility goddess, man. So what difference does it make? Does that change the truth of the Lord? It don't change the truth of the Lord. So what this devil trying to do is take something, find something. He need to find anything, just something, because he have been confounded on all sides with the truth. And he got to find something and say, listen, man, Ishtar, listen, Aphrodite, it doesn't matter. They all are fertility gods. So in this book, right? This is a 1465 King James, right? When I say everything is in here, everything is in here. So right here on this page, it got this female right here with a whole bunch of breasts. Her name is Diana, right? These are all allegedly goddess females. Now it said that Ishtar, when I was reading the article in Google, it said Ishtar supposed to have been married to Tammuz. Tammuz is the son of Nimrod and Semiramis, allegedly, as the story goes. So it said in the article I was reading earlier that Ishtar supposed to be married to Tammuz. Let's look up Diana. It's a 1200 ancient Italian goddess of the moon, patroness of virginity and hunting, later identified with Greek Artemis, and through her with Eastern goddesses such as Diana and Ephesus, which that's why Paul was getting on them men that were selling those statues of Diana. When you read the stories in Acts, it say from late Latin Diana, the name is explained as it's a to shine in derivatives, sky, heaven, God, in reference to the shining moon, or from Dios, godly. These are all fertility gods. Let's look up the same name, which is Artemis. These are all supposedly, allegedly, fertility gods, man. It say Artemis, Greek goddess of the moon, wild animals, hunting, childbirth, etc., identified by Romans with their Diana, daughter of Zeus and Leto, a twin sister of Apollo. Her name is of unknown origin. You see, these are all fertility goddess, man. So I want to go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Easter, right? It doesn't change, man. It doesn't change because you done ran across some article that say, oh, Easter and Ishtar is not the same. It's still talking about female fertility goddesses. Is it not? It's the same. So it say Easter again. Old English, Easter Day, Easter, Ostray. It say also the name of a goddess or fertility and spring. It's the same, man. It doesn't matter. It's a false philosophy. It's a false idol worship. And it has nothing to do with Easter. That's the point. When you go to let me get this one again. Ishtar. Same thing, man. Same thing. And these devils is hurt, man. Ishtar, same thing. Ancient Sumero-Babylonian goddess of love and fertility. It's a Astarte from Akkadiel. Just click this. It's a Astarte, name of a Phoenician goddess identified by the Greeks with their Aphrodite, from Greek Astarte, from Phoenician Astareth. Astareth is one of the gods of as a matter of fact, hold on for a second. So right here, it's a Old Testament. Let me show you. Let me show you. Old Testament. Right here. You see it? It's a Astareth. You see it? Astareth, Baal's wife. You see it? These are all the names of the pagan gods. I'm finna read them. These are the Old Testament pagan gods. Astareth, Baal's wife or female counterpart. Baal, a god identified with Moradok, chief Babylonian god. It's a Chemosh, god of the Moabites and Ammonites. It's a Cha'un, a Cha'al, a Shanun, a Stargar, identified with Saturn. That's in Amos 5 and 26. It's a Dagon, a chief Palestine god. 1 Samuel 5, 2 and 7. 2 through 7. It's a Moradok, chief Babylonian god connected with war, also known as Marduk, Jeremiah 50 and 2, right? It's a Molech, Ammonite god connected with child sacrifice. Nebo, Babylonian god of wisdom and the arts. It's a Rimmon, Syrian god of rain. Tammuz, Babylonian fertility god. And as this article read in Google, it said that Ishtar was married. Ishtar was married to Tammuz, his wife. So this is the New Testament. Castor and Pollux, twin sons of Zeus, chief Greek god. It got Zeus, chief Greek god, and it got Hermes, the Greek god of commerce and speed. These are all the gods in the Bible from the Old to the New Testament. So they trying to use, see, it doesn't matter if the name doesn't link. And they do link because they all female fertility goddess. Ishtar and Ostray is the same fertility goddess, man. They all are myths. They're not real. They was made up, man. The scripture said there's only one power, man. And when you read, let me get this. This is Jeremiah. See what this guy's doing? Christianity is done, man. It's washed away. It done washed up to the shores, man. Right? It done washed out the sea. However you want to call it. It's through, man. So what he's trying to do is find something, anything to come against this truth, man. And you can't. So in Jeremiah 44, because guess what? All of this, all these fertility goddess, all these pagan deities, they all go back to Babylon, man. Babylon and the Canaanites, man. All of it. It don't matter what you find. It all goes back to Babylon and Canaan, man. This is Jeremiah 44. Let's read this. I don't got much, so I'm going to try to run through this chapter. This is Jeremiah 44. I'm going to start at verse 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel. Ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah. And behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man dwelleth therein, because the Lord scattered us from out of that land, man. And we are not to return until Yahweh shall return and take the Israelites back into their land. It say, because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, in that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods, whom they knew not, neither they, nor your fathers. Howbeit, I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. And they are wasted and desolate as at this day. And how is it wasted and desolate as at this day if there's peoples in the land? Because we are not there, man. The Holy Spirit is not there. The rightful owners of that land is not in it, man. That's why it's desolate. It says it shall be overthrown by heathens, man. And they shall trodden down to the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled, man. Meaning their wickedness have came to a height. It have been completed, just like the Canaanites. The Lord let the Canaanites do all their wickedness till their wickedness was mounted up, man. And the Lord told Joshua and Caleb, today is the day that you go take that land, right? Just like Babylon the Great. It say, therefore, now thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, the power of Yasharallah, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls? And that's what the Lord said in Ezekiel 33. Hey, why destroy yourself for naught, man? He don't want you to die, man. He says hand is stretched out all the day long. Why kill yourself for naught, man? It say, therefore now thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, the power of Yasharallah, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain. In that ye provoke me unto wrath. Did you hear that? It say man and woman, child and suckling, man. Old to the young, man. From a 1 day old baby to some 100-year-old guy. It say, in that ye have provoked, you provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt. Whether ye be gone to dwell. And this Egypt today is talking about Babylon the Great, North America, man. Okay? It say, whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye may cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all nations of the earth. It say to be a curse and a reproach among Israelites are scattered among all the nations of the earth. Come on, man. You can't get around it. It say, have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah and the wickedness of their wives and your own wickedness and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? It said they are not humbled even unto this day. And two-thirds of our people are not humble, man. Neither, it said, neither have they feared nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, the power of Yasharallah, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, to cut off all Judah. And I will take thy remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to soldier there, and they shall be all consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine. They shall die from the least even unto the greatest, by the sword and by the famine, and they shall be in execration and in astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, so that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to soldier there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return but such as shall escape. Escape through what? By the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord. Tell you that in Ezekiel 7, man. First Peter 4, right? That the righteous shall scarcely be saved. That's what we're talking about escape. Talking about the hopeful elect. Verse 15. Then all the men which knew, listen, because this is going on right now, man. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods. What is this? Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, right? These women is on it, man. And you got these simp niggas. You got these simp niggas. It say, then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude. And that's why Yahweh said in was that Luke Luke 27? I think it's Luke 27. When Yahweh was told on the cross, and it said a lot of women followed him. It said it was a company, a lot of women, and he stopped and turned around and said, don't, he told the women, don't weep for me, weep for yourselves, right? Weep for yourselves and for your children. That's what Yahweh did while he was told the cross. When they said once that this guy, Cyrenian came and they put him up on the cross to help Yahweh told the cross, Yahweh stopped and turned around and told these women, don't cry for me, cry for yourselves and for your children, man. In the midst of all that agony and pain, man, he stopped and told them, don't cry for me, right? It say, then all the men which knew that their wives, which knew that their wives had burned incense. That's the buzz. They know. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, that's beautiful, because in Isaiah 11 it said, what? They shall come from Elam, Pathros, Shinar, right? In Isaiah 11, the deliverance of the Israelites. It say, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. This is what Israel saying right today. We ain't listen to it. We don't want to hear that. What, Isaiah 30 and 11, right? Called the whole on Israel to cease from before us. Isaiah 30 and 11. They don't want to hear it. It say, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven. Guess where all these fertility gods come from? They come from the Queen of Heaven, Semiramis, man. It say to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. That's why you got our women celebrating Christmas. Where Christmas come from? It's a Babylonian custom, man. Semiramis and Tammuz. That's in Ezekiel chapter 8, man. Okay? It say, let's read again. But we will certainly do whatsoever, Jeremiah 44 and 17. But we will certainly do whatsoever things go forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. So Jake saying, long as they do these things, they're gonna be in a good case, right? Because plantation Christianity teach you that Jesus loves you, come as you are, no matter what you're doing, he loves you. It's a this is Jake saying, for then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. Listen, verse 18. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. That's cold. The Jake saying, if I don't worship Christmas or Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, it ain't gonna be good. It's gonna be a bad day for me. No, you hear these devils? Listen, Jeremiah 44 and 18. This is what Jake say. Since Jeremiah told them to put off and follow these pagan customs, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. And when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men. Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, to all the people which had given him the answer, saying, the incense that ye burn in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came in not into his mind, so that the Lord could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings, and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation, and an astonishment, and a curse without inhabitant, as at this day, because ye have burned incense, and because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord, nor walked in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies. Therefore, this evil is happened unto you as at this day. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, here's the separation, and to the women, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, all Judah that are in the land of Egypt. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, Yasharallah, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hand, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Yeah, we surely accomplish your vows and surely perform your vows. It say, therefore, hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemavashah, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord power liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by famine until there be an end of them. Yet a small number that escape the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to soldier there shall know whose words shall stand, mine or theirs. You're going to know, man. It's verse 29. And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that you may know that my words shall surely stand against you for evil. And that's why Jake say in Ezekiel 12, let's read this. This is Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, son of man, what is this proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination, which is lies, within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema power. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema power. Now this is Ezekiel 39 and 7. It reads, because we talk about this a lot. The only ones that know judgment, when judgment take place, when we see, like right now, I was looking at early this morning, a chick. Oh, it's on my smart news app. A chick stabbed up her husband 24 times. I just did a video on this like kind of like recently. This one chick down here stabbed her husband 140 times, man. Right? It say this new article say this chick stabbed her husband 24 times because he filed for divorce. Man, 24 times, man. Then I just saw how this one chick killed her 4 kids, man. Judgment, man. This is Ezekiel 39:7. And the only ones that know when somebody get killed in a car accident or somebody gunned down somebody, whatever, anytime death happens, anytime, only the hopeful elect know that that's a judgment from the Lord, man. 2/3 don't understand what's going on. The heathens don't understand. But the Lord says this, man, because one day gonna come, it's gonna come a day, everybody gonna know that this is from the Lord. When you go back to Exodus, right? And when Moses and Aaron, when the Lord was using his power to have Moses to present those miracles in front of Pharaoh and his magicians, right? Every time they did something, every time Moses did something, they did something, right? When you read it, they said that let me get it real quick. Let me get it real quick. It's in Exodus. I think it's 7. Let me get it real quick. I think that's it. Cause they said it's in 8, maybe 8. Bear with me for a second. I got it highlighted right here. Right. So all the miracles that the Lord did in Egypt, right? So Pharaoh had his magicians doing it, right? This is what they said. So this Exodus 8. So when the Lord say, like I read in Jeremiah 44, you're gonna know whether it's gonna be you or my words or yours. You're gonna know it, man. That's why I read Ezekiel 12, man. The Lord is not gonna prolong nothing, man. This is Exodus 8. I'm gonna read 17. It say, I'm gonna read 16. And the Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. For Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Listen, and the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast. This is what the magicians told Pharaoh. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and the hearken, it say, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord has said. Even his magician said, man, we can't bring forth no lice, man. This here, this is the finger of Yahweh, man. So you see, just go back. This is what was I finna get? Ezekiel 39:7, right? It reads, so I will make my holy name, his great name, his holy name, known in the midst of my people Israel. Like I was saying, 2/3 of our people don't understand when judgment happens, it's from the Lord. They don't know that. Only we don't understand. We know, man. The Lord opened us up to understanding that everything that happens is from Yahweh Shema Shah, because we got thousands. It say tens of thousands, 10 times. It say 10,000 times 10,000 angels. When Yahweh shall return, man, it say 20,000 chariots, even thousands of angels. Man, it's you ever see the movie City of Angels? I love that movie, man. The brother put me up on that movie. City of Angels, man. Go watch the movie. We have angels, angels and angels and angels around us all day, every day, man. And they just wait on the Lord to say, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, it's something that happened. I'm finna make cover him. I'm finna make something happen. Let him be put to death. There's angels around us, man. Though you can't see them, the scriptures say it's not for us to see them, man. We hope in that we see not, man. Psalm 34:7, man. Angels down here, putting in work all day, every day, man. Go watch the movie City of Angels. Beautiful movie, man. And it's crazy because the guy Nicolas Cage, he wanted to become human because his job was to follow this one chick around, man. I forgot her name. She played in the movie Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Yeah, she played in the movie. She was his best friend in the movie Wife, in the movie Top Gun. Listen, man, go watch the movie, man. These angels around us, man. So it say, so I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel. Only we know when the Lord brings judgment. But he said, everybody gonna know it, man. So I will make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Everybody gonna know this is from the Lord, man. And these judgments start to take place. I want to get this too. This is Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 12. It reads, Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Jake trying to hide, just like Esau, man, trying to be secret. It say, every man in the chambers of his imagery, for they say, the Lord see us not. The Lord have forsaken the earth. Lies. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Who is Tammuz? That's the son of, supposedly, as the story go, I got the article on my phone, Semiramis and Nimrod allegedly had a baby, they say, right? And Tammuz was born, and Semiramis, because she was trying to maintain Babylonian Empire as the queen of Babylon, and she told the people that Tammuz was Nimrod reincarnated, right? Tammuz is the son of Semiramis. I just read about in Jeremiah 44, the queen of heaven. They birthed instant to the queen of heaven. The queen of heaven is Semiramis. I had some I had some Chinese chick, Korean Chinese, came to my door. It was sometime last year, talking about Queen of Heaven. That's talking about it's a queen in heaven sitting on the throne with the most high. I said, is you crazy? So I hit it with Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord talking about, no, she said that, yeah, that's what she said. She said God is a woman. That's what she said. So she tried to use the verse in Revelations, right? And she tried to use that verse in Jeremiah 44. I said, man, listen. So I hit her with Exodus 15 and 3. She talking about God as a woman. Man, listen, man. The Lord is going to destroy these people, man. You heathens trying to take hold of this truth. This ain't for you, man. And you women's that study, that constantly want to follow Christmas and Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and this your day. Listen, man. You better fall in line, man. So yeah, Semiramis created the whole Christmas tree story, right? Nimrod blood supposed to be shed in the ground. So there was an evergreen tree that grew in that spot, and she had people come from all around to bring presents to pay tribute, to pay whatever homage to Nimrod's death or whatever, right? So the Christmas tree that come from Babylon, right? Uh, December 25th, right? The birthday of Jesus Christ. That come from Babylon. That was Tammuz, allegedly, how the story go. That was Tammuz that was born on the 25th of December. The Messiah wasn't born in no December, man. Okay? So the Christmas tree, the story of the birth of the Messiah, that come from Semiramis. That's Babylonian customs, man. Right? Women worship. That whole Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, that come from Semiramis, man. That whole Queen of Heaven worship, that to my Mother Mary philosophy, that come from Babylon, man. All that is off, man. That's what the Yahushua, Apostle Gabar, read in his video, man, in Luke, man. Luke 11. When the women came to Yahushua and said, blessed is the woman whose paps thou hast sucked. The Lord was like, no. No, that's off, man. And we know it's off according to these scriptures. So the Lord wants to edify. I just want to make my point on that. Because these fertility gods, Ishtar, Astra, they are the same fertility gods, man. They're the same as Aphrodite, as Diana. They all go back to Semiramis, man. All that go back to that Queen of Heaven worship, man. And each in the Greek Empire, in the Roman Empire, in Babylon, and in Egypt, these female fertility goddesses had different names, man. And it all go back to the same. Doesn't matter what you find. Go look it up. It all go back to the same. They all false images. They are deities, man. They ain't real, man. Queen of Heaven worship. So I just want to make my point on that, man. Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well. For the apostles and elders of all of Israel, really concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwal who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. And that's why they was pissed off with Paul in Acts, man. Because he was going, he told her, hey, they're going against them Diana statues, man. And that whole Diana, that fertility female goddess, and they pushing that. They showed you in the movie Wonder Woman, man. Now you got all these movies with these women, and they just these martial artists or they these head snipers. That's Esau pushing that womenist movement, man. That feminist movement, man. Come on, man. Superwoman, Wonder Woman, the women of Amazon. Give me a break, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what you women gonna do. As I tell you in 2 Ezra 16, verse 33, when they should have no husbands, right? They ain't gonna have no bridegrooms, no husbands in that day. We're gonna see you come out and stand in the paint. See you got them hands. We're gonna see if you're gonna be the snipers that you are as the movies portray, man. We're gonna see, man. Right, beautiful, bro. Let's read this. It's Yahweh's truth. Second Chronicles 25 and 20. But Amaziah would not hear, for it came to God, Yahweh Shemawashah, that he might deliver them into the hand of their enemies because they sought after the gods of Edom. I used to love to read that. Second Chronicles 25, man, starting at verse 14. When Amaziah, when they say him and Judah took these Job 9:24 and pushed 10,000 of them over the cliff, man. Right? And they tell you that Amaziah came back and he took the gods of Edom and worshiped them, man. And when the prophet told him, he said, why would you take these gods, these idol worshiping gods that couldn't even save his own people, and you gonna worship that? Yeah, man. And that, hey, that's why plantation Christianity got to go on, man. Because hey, we waking up to the truth, and they are losing money, man. Because Christianity is $1 billion business, man. It's a business, and they are losing millions, man. Because their numbers are dropping, man. Why? Because the Lord say in Habakkuk 2 and 14. Let's close with that. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 14. They losing, man. Well, actually, they done lost. It's over. Habakkuk 2 and 14 reads, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. This is about us glorify the names of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, man. We are here to glorify the names of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, man. We are here only to glorify the names of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, as the waters cover the sea, man. This truth is flourishing throughout the four corners of the earth, and these devils is hurt, and they can't do nothing about it. As I tell you was that Ezra, the book of Ezra, and the book of Nehemiah, they trying to frustrate the building, man. Okay? Why? because they are hurt, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. Cause this devil. Gotta read it. Gotta read it. That's this devil, man. Let's get this in the Ezra first. This is Ezra 4. I want to just read the point. This Ezra 4 and 5. It say Ezra 4 and 4. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even unto the reign of Darius, king of Persia. They're trying to frustrate the purpose. Let me get this with Nehemiah. This is Nehemiah 4. This is Nehemiah 4 in verse let's start right here. It say, matter of fact, let me just read it. This Nehemiah 4 and 1. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spake before his brethren in the armor of Samaria and said, what do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down that stone wall. And that's why I tell you in Ezekiel 13, verse 4, it said, oh Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert, man. It say, hear, O our power, for we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity, and cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee, for they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. That's what we doing. We working. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians show you how these Ishmaelites, they gotta pay, man. Yeah, Ishmael tell you when you read it in Galatians, tell you how the son of the bondwoman, was like torturing the son of the free woman, man. It's in Galatians, man. Galatians chapter 4, man. You Ishmael, we're talking about Ishmael coming against Isaac, man. You niggas gotta pay too, man. It's a but it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth. Vocab trying to maintain his composure on wax, but he's wroth. These heathens is wrong. I tell you that in Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. The keepers of the house shall tremble because of this truth, man. They ain't trembling about no Russians and Iran. They trembling because of this truth. And the Russians and the Iranians come to destroy them. It's coming behind the truth. First the truth come, the Lord say, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8, man. By the Spirit of the Lord's mouth shall these people be consumed, man. You see, they're going to fall. Their kingdom, everything, man. And then come the missiles, man. These devils is hot because of this truth. Let's read it again. It say, this is verse 7, Nehemiah 4 and 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up, this is the tabernacle of David that's being built. What it say, Amos 9:11, and the breaches were closed, man. It say they heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped. Then they were very rough and conspire all of them together to come and fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. And that's what's going on, man. These devils is hurt, man. So they're gonna try to find the smallest, and they can't even find nothing with, oh, Ishtar doesn't go back to Easter, it go back to a fertility goddess. They all fertility goddess. Did not it say that? They are all fertility goddess that go back to Semiramis, man. All pagan deities, man, that go back to either Babylon, Egypt, or Canaan, man. It doesn't matter. They fertility goddess, man. Now what? Why you deviating from the truth, vocab? You can't, like I said, You can't disprove that we didn't go in slavery. You can't disprove that we didn't come over here on ships. You can't disprove it. You can't. So he's hurt. So he got to find something, because there's nothing. You can't come against this truth. We went into slavery, right? We came over here on ships. Scriptures say that. Scripture said we was going to lose our heritage and we was going to wake up in the last days. The Lord said in John 6:44, we was going to wake up in the end, right? Jeremiah 3:15, he was going to give us pastors that shall feed us, man, with truth, right? It said we was going to wake up and we was going to put off, what it said, what is that, Isaiah 52. It say, awake, shake thyself from the dust. What dust? The confusion of Babylon the Great, the confusion of plantation Christianity, the confusion of Roman Catholic dogma, okay? Iconoclasm, whitewashing. We was going to wake up from that, man. So here we is. He hurt. So he trying to watch the, and they watch the apostles. They trying to find something. They just need something. You don't got nothing. You don't got nothing. Now what? Now you don't put the word Ishtar that it don't go back to Easter. Is Easter not a pagan holiday? It is. The Israelites never acknowledged no Jesus Christ, no Easter, none of that. Now what? Now where we at? We just read in Acts. Man, listen. When you read, let's read this in the blue letter. Let's read this in the blue letter. In Acts chapter 12, in verse 3, let's read this. Let me make this point. This Acts 12 and 3, right? It say, and because he saw, and let's rewind. It say, now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. It say, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quadrillions of soldiers to keep him intended after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Right? When you go to the word Easter in the blue letter, I'm going to show you something. We already know. This word right here for Easter.
Pascha.
Play it again. I had to volume down.
Strong's G 3957. Pascha. Pascha.
Said Pascha. They calling it like it said in the Antibody Online. This is the names in the other countries. It say the Pascha, the lamb. The Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan. They call it Nisan, the first month of their year. You see that? The first month of their year. What's the first month of the year? March, man. And I got it in my 1465 Bible, man. January is not the first month of the year, man. It's March, man. It say the first month of their year. Why our year? Because these are our customs. This is our heritage. The heathen can do what they want to do. They can create a Gregorian calendar. They can create a Corrigan, whatever. Our calendar is from the lunar, man. It say in the memory, it say the first month of their year, in memory of the first day, in memory of the day on which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by God to slay and eat a lamb and to sprinkle their doorposts with its blood, that the destroying angel, seeing the blood, might pass over their dwelling. Hamashiach crucified is likened to the slain Pesach lamb. You see that? Now it say Passover, the meal, the day, the festival of the special sacrifices connected with it. Now, that word Easter wasn't in these Bibles, man. Look, let me show you something. This is the book of Acts. I'm going to show you. This is a 1465 King James Bible. And the word Easter is not in here. I'm finna show you. Let me show you. You see right there? It's a Passover. You see it? It's a Passover. It don't say no Easter, man. It don't say no Easter, man. It says Passover, man. So, again, the Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise to you. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to you. How about Shema Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash? So, Lord willing, this will edifying. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Abba. The water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. The water for your precepts.